Boy, it's about time I bought tires again. Man, are they getting expensive. A lot of guys I know are running those Centramatic balancers. You know, I think I'll stop in and find out about them. I see you have those Centramatic balancers. I've got some questions about them. Can you answer those questions and show me how they work?
Centramatic has sold over 400,000 sets of these in the last few years, and here's what the product actually looks like. It's made out of 20 gauge treated galvanized steel. The actual balancing tube is a thick-walled aluminum tubing. Inside is a hardened lead alloy, similar to lead shot, only 10 times harder. Also inside is a synthetic moly oil that keep it cool and lubricated, keep it lasting for years and years. Now let me show you this little demo unit. Here we have a mock-up of a 24/5 wheel and tire, little miniature unit. And I'll spin it and show you. It's a little bit out of balance, but not severe. However, I'm going to make it severe with this magnet. This is equivalent to 32 ounces or 32 ounces or 2 pounds of weight on a 24/5.
Wow, one of our wheels looks like that, and you can just feel the truck hopping down the road.
Now I'm going to put a mock-up of our balancing ring. The actual product has the hardened lead alloy inside. However, we use ball bearings here in order for the demonstration to be more visual, where you can actually see how the product moves. Can you see how the ball bearings have repositioned themselves?
Yeah.
See how they're offsetting the weight? Now, say that was a chunk of mud or snow, ice, and it fell off, or your balance points just simply changed. Now you'll notice how the ball bearings have repositioned themselves to different places in the spinning assembly. You can see this wheel assembly is now perfectly dynamically balanced. It makes your truck ride smooth as silk.
What kind of warranty do these things have, and just how long do they really last?
The Centramatic warranty is for 2 years and unlimited mileage. Also, the balancers are designed to last the life of the vehicle. We have truckers running with over 1 million miles on them.
I heard you say that we can save up to 35% of the tread life on our tires by using Centramatics. How does that work?
Centramatic can give you 25 to 35% increase in your tread life by keeping your spinning assembly in perfect balance. By keeping the heavy points from building friction on the highway and making the tire build less heat, tires are going to last longer. Also, just like fins on an air-cooled engine, they give you that much more surface area in which to dissipate heat from. The cooler your tires run, the longer they're going to last. Therefore, Centramatics can save you all kinds of money.
You know, the Centramatics for the rear tires look different.
Sure, the rear balancers do look different. They mount between the duals. One set of balancers will do 4 tires. By being mounted in the center, it treats both wheels and tires as one spinning assembly and gives dynamic balance. And see, they're that easy to mount.
Honey, can we afford to buy the Centramatic balancers right now?
Thomas, with the high cost of tires, you can't afford not to buy Centramatic balancers.
Hey, Kathy, are you on the CB? Yeah, go ahead, Beth. Are you and John going to stop for dinner tonight?
We're thinking about stopping in Tucson. Hey, Beth, did George put those Centramatic wheel balancers on your RV yet?
Yeah, he put those on when we got our new tires right before the trip. They really have made a difference. Before the Centramatics, our RV shook so much you could hear my dinner plates rattling. And the out-of-balance wheels chewed up all of our expensive tires. Now I ride as smooth as silk and we stop hopping. My plate stopped pattering too.
When we stop for dinner, we need to gang up on John and make him get us a set of Centramatics before my fillings fall out, okay?
Okay.
Hi, I'm Henry Fainer with Lone Star Auctioneers, and I pull this trailer and truck across the country. We were having big problems with our truck not staying balanced in the shakes until we installed the Centramatic balancers on the front and rear wheels of our 1-ton dually. Since then, it has stopped the shakes, and it also kept us from having to have our tires rebalanced.
These are 3 tires we've picked out to show you that have worn out prematurely from being out of balance. This tire here has 15-30 seconds in some places, worn erratically all the way around. This off a trailer, again you can see the wear patterns caused from unbalance. Our 3rd tire here has 3 to 4 places on it with plenty of tread still left, some of the best mileage still left in the tire, 8-30 seconds. All this could have been eliminated had Centramatics been applied to these tires when they were put on.
Thomas, with the high cost of tires, you can't afford not to buy Centramatic balancers.
Hi, my name is Brad Ellington. I'm a general manager for Petro Lube Incorporated. I work out of Weatherford, Texas. One of the most common questions asked to me on Centramatics is how do I save money with this product? Well, if you're going to spin balance a tire, you're supposed to do it every 5,000 miles. It's going to cost you $22.50 to $25, depends on who does it. And you have to do this every 5,000 miles unless you cause a problem, a difference, or a change in the tire or have a flat. If you do this, you have to re-spin balance it. If you have Centramatics on, you don't, because they continually work with the changes of the tire. The second most common asked question is, how hard do they put on? How long is it going to take? Well, they're very easy to install. It only takes a minute, and you're in and out very quickly. The #1 problem when balancing a tire is to ensure your tire is mounted properly. To do so, there is a mounting bead line on the tire that should be even all the way around the tire. To put a Centramatic on at this time would do you no good if this is not done correctly.
We're here this morning with Willie Copeman. He's a shop manager with Sat Brothers here on I-80 outside of Cheyenne, Wyoming. And they sell a lot of Centramatic wheel balancers. And we were talking this morning, Willie, about your tire business. And tell us something about the scope of your tire business.
Well, we're a major outlet for the wholesale area around here, and we service interstate with quite a few companies that come through it.
You also have fleet customers that you sell wholesale accounts to fleets in the area, is that correct?
Yes, in a wide range.
And that's a pretty large percentage of your business compared to retail, is that correct?
Yeah, it runs 60% of my business.
And I was interested to note this morning that he's got service trucks here that actually service these truckers on the interstate, and the things run 20 hours a day, is what you're telling me?
Yeah, they sure do.
One of the few truck stops we've seen around the country that is this comprehensive in terms of their total tire service to their customers. And Sat Brothers has been selling Centramatic balancers for some time. They sell a lot of them. What are some of the common questions that truckers are asking you when they come in?
The main one off the bat is what's gonna do for them.
Okay.
And what's the warranty? They're always interested in that.
What do you tell them what's it gonna do for them?
The main thing is quiet down the front steer play and prolong the tire life of the tire.
And these tires get pretty expensive, so if we can add 20 to 30% on tread wear life, that's important to a trucker, isn't it?
That's a couple months worth of running.
Yep.
Hi, my name is David Holbrook, and I'm the shop manager here at the Barbie Truck Stop of Texas. We have a lot of professional drivers come in and ask us about our Centramatic wheel balancers. Some of the most common questions being, do I have to have my tires and wheels pre-balanced? What about my tires cupping? You know, will it reverse the cupping of my tires? Will it extend the life of my tires? Well, the answer to the first two questions is no. You don't have to have the tires pre-balanced. It won't reverse the cupping, and yes, it will extend the wear of your tires. Another popular question is, what about, should I have them on all my axles of my tractor and trailer? Yeah, it's beneficial. It helps extend the life of all the tires that way.
We're at Mr. Williamson's Tire here in Fort Worth, Texas on 28th Street. We're down here to interview Mr. Williamson on his experience with Centramatics and tell us a little bit about what he's ran into since he's been a dealer.
Well, since I've been a dealer, I haven't had a whole lot of problems out of them, and there's one man that had a problem with his, and I didn't know anything about it till we were putting a set of new tires on for him in here. I come out to the shop and looked around and seen that he didn't have these balancers on there that we had been putting on him. He had 5 trucks with them on it, and he said he's going to leave them off. We're going to put them back because they didn't work for him. And I said, well, it's working on your other 4 trucks. He said, well, it ain't working on this truck. So I said, okay. I said, I think there's something wrong with the truck. And you know that if I tell you that, I mean what I'm saying. I'm not trying to just sell balancers. He said, well, I don't know anything else to do to the truck. I said, let's put the balancers on. Let's take it over to Frank's wheel alignment. Let him check it on the machine and see what's the matter with the truck. They go over there, and he's got 1 kingpin broken. He's got alignment out, and he had some tie rod problem. A little over $800 or around $800 worth of expense is what Mitchell told me over there, the boss man. And the boy then got on the phone with me from Frank's. And he said, don't worry about the balancer. I'll get the truck fixed and we'll get it back going again. Said, I see what my trouble was now. So, I mean, that's about the only thing I've had on it. Once in a while, you'll have some of them that's got some weak calipers in there. Or they've got their kingpins a little bit worn to where they shake sideways. This balancer's trying to straighten you out going down the road. And it can't do it when you hit a bump and it shakes sideways. Just can't do it. But other than that, I haven't had very much problem out of them. And we've, like I said, I handled some of these years ago, and I don't even know whose brand it was then. But they were made out of plastic back then. And that plastic, that wasn't any good. But
These being all metal with the aluminum and the galvanized steel, are most of the customers that you're selling them on now happy?
Everybody I've sold them to so far, that I know of anybody, I don't know of anybody that's taken any off. And man, pretty truck line down here. Of course, Larry down there, he likes them real well. He's trying to get the company to go for more of them. But a company has to really think both ways there when they got 300 pieces of equipment. That's lots of money, but still, if they think of the savings it gives them on the tires, when you get that much more wear on a tire, and you got several of them, that's just that much more money you made.
We're out here today taking ambient temperature at 156 degrees with a tire just laying on the ground. As all you dealers know, you've had some dissatisfaction through your customers, your tires whipping out, wearing out prematurely. We have the solution, and that's the patent all metal Centramatic wheel balancer. This fits over the front hub, fits between the dual. They work off centrifugal force. We have the aluminum tube, which is full of synthetic oil. We've got lead, 10 times harder than number 7 buckshot. It's called Magnum lead. At 20 miles an hour, these balance your tires. One set balances a whole axle on the drive or trailer. By putting these on, we're reducing the heat we're talking about by balancing your tire. What it does is every time a tire rotates that's out of balance, it flexes. When it flexes, it generates heat. Heat kills the tires. So we're balancing, doing away with your wear patterns created from out of balance. We're also reducing heat, making the tires last longer for the customer. Heat travels up the plate to the aluminum tube and it dissipates, drawing heat out of the tires.
I'm Carl Forrest, president of Speed Measurement Laboratories in Fort Worth, Texas, and we're at Car Transport in Burleson, Texas on an extremely hot July afternoon. Predicted high today is 106 or 107. We're going to be doing a field test of Centramatic continuous wheel balancers. And Centramatic wheel balancers mount behind the wheel on the steer and between the drives. This balancer is made of two different metals, an aluminum tube and a galvanized steel mounting plate. They claim to dissipate the heat and reduce the running temperature of tires in addition to balancing the wheels. We're not concerned about balancing the wheels today, but we're going to check out their claim to see if these Centramatic balancers will reduce running temperature of tires. We're going to do that by running this rig behind me down the interstate, and we're going to take two different temperature measurements, one with a laser-guided infrared remote heat gun, and also the second is a contact thermometer. This is Carl Forrest again with Speed Measurement Labs, and boy, it's been a hot one this afternoon here on I-35 outside of Burleson, Texas. We've been running old number 179 up and down the interstate with and without the Centramatic wheel balancers here at Car Transport. And what we have found is that with the wheel balancer behind the wheel, this tire's operating temperature was reduced from 8 to 10% compared to when we ran it up and down the interstate without the balancer. So Centramatic's claim that using the balancer reduces tire running temperatures is true.
Thomas, with the high cost of tires, you can't afford not to buy Centramatic balancers.